Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are currently working on getting these guys, the Galactic Information Entente, a little bit sadder. We managed to get the Tebadoran Corporation into our Federation last episode, which was a pretty big diplomatic coup, to be honest. Ignore these numbers up here, they're going to recalculate. I just restarted the game, so they're going to get better on the next month tick. We're losing Federation cohesion right now, but this is coming up nicely, and our cohesion is going to start going up, and our XP is going to start increasing soon. So that's looking good. We want to bring in the multistellar over here. I don't think it's going to happen. I really don't think it's going to happen. Speaking of things that isn't going to happen, us having enough alloys to build up our fleets before these guys are ready to attack us again. That's going to be spicy. The current price has dropped, but it's not as low as I'd like it to be yet. And yeah, there with the month tick, we can see this is now the correct numbers. Fantastic. 1,300 alloys. I think that we absolutely should. We absolutely should go through and get rid of Will to Power for right now and run a Grand Fleet. I think that there's no other alternative at this moment. That ship upkeep is going to reduce how much we spend here by 20%. So 20% of 400 is what? It's already currently reduced, to be clear. It'll be a bigger gain when we are no longer docked up. But 400 and 20% of, let's see, 20% of 100 is, of course, 20. So this would be 80 alloys per month. It's not huge. The bigger portion would be getting the additional naval cap. That also gives us an additional Titan slot, which, of course, means that we should copy this template. So 1710 is our current naval cap target. Got it. So I do need to increase our naval cap somewhat. We are working on that. I wouldn't mind... Well, we have this trade station here. It's not much of a trade station. We really should replace this with a gene clinic, I think. I don't love having robots running around in this particular empire, so I think this will be fine. Same here. This should be replaced with a gene clinic. Same here.
Warning. Planetary instability imminent.
Okay, that's not shocking. So we have a revolt brewing on Sharomouth, and we're going to institute a crackdown. What's that going to put us at? We'll see on this next month tick. Still 3.2 with the crackdown. Wow, okay. So they'll need to be dealt with. We can certainly do something about that. That's over in Bazanak. I'm just going to send our... Where's our second transport fleet at? There we go. I'm going to send all of these guys over. These should just be grouped together, and then we should land here. Okay. So this is at 3.2, even with the crackdown, which is slightly remarkable. Do we just not have any soldier jobs there? That's a possibility, actually. Yeah, we just don't have any soldier jobs there. That would do the trick. Once our troops get there, that should be much better. -0 for food. I didn't expect us to be hitting negative numbers for food. However, this agri-world needs a job, and it's not much of an agri-world right now, is it? So we can put in a food processing facility and an agriculture district, not in that order, but in that order. There we go. This is currently auto-designated. I'm okay with this being an agriculture world. There we go. Wonderful. Any other jobs that need to be done? Yes, this mining world. Okay, fair enough. We'll put in a mining district there. Anything else? For now, that looks like that's about it. Okay. Well, we're going to be reasonably good for jobs here. I'm not too concerned about that. Are we still on nutritional plentitude? Let's see here. Yes, we are. Okay. So we could definitely get rid of this if we have too much of a pop food issue. I would like to keep that pop growth speed around. We're definitely hitting the late game pop growth slowdown, but I would definitely like to keep them around. So is this all grouped together? I believe it is. And we're going to be landing on Bazanak here. And we'll see what this is like. 1.2 and 2.7. Okay, beautiful. So no problem whatsoever there. What is on... Okay, right. That's not a planet. That's the world. Not the world. The station. Habitat. There we go. Words are very, very difficult. Fantastic. So we're at about 1,400 alloys per month. That's looking good. The planetary revolt is going away. We're turning around our cohesion here for our Federation. And that just took a big hit because we had to integrate the Tuxan entity, right? So that's absolutely fine. Our head of research has leveled up. Good for him. The Malarnock aggregate entered into a... Okay, they're vassals. I don't care about that. Our head of research can grab Spark of Genius too. I feel like that's really good. Edict upkeep of minus 7.5% and 15 edict fund, though. That's interesting. 4346 right now. 4346 times, what was that? 0.07? 7%? That would be 300 unity that would gain us. If we were to go for charisma. Oh, 7.5%. Even better. So 4346 times 0.075. That would gain us 326 unity per month. Plus the additional 15. So almost 350 unity per month. That's a pretty solid chunk of unity. Alternatively, 6% research speed, but I feel like our research speed is acceptable. I'm not too concerned about our research speed at this moment. So I think we go for the charisma. I like it. I think that's very, very solid. Like, if we look at, say, the Ibrak Blessed Mandate down here, they're superior to us in tech, yes, but we've been holding firm. They're not pulling ahead of us. So that seems good. We're at 19k alloys right now. That's also solid. How are we doing on that gateway? 50% done with that. And up over this way, our Mega Art installation is at 85. Order restored on Sharamouth. Good. We'll leave our forces there for the time being. And we're going to hop over this direction, taking a quick look at Riak. 300 days on that. Okay. So that's reasonably fine. We know that this truce is going to be up eventually, but getting all of these guys, the Tebadoran Corporation and all of their vassals under us, was actually a pretty big diplomatic coup. Although, to be clear, it's probably not as big as these guys getting the Ibrak Blessed Mandate. This is painful. There's no doubt about that. So, we need to continue to reinforce our fleets. We're up to 22k right now. We need 120,000 at this moment. What is the current price of alloys? 2.26. I'm going to buy in a little bit. We had a decent amount of energy credits there, so we'll buy 5,000 alloys. Ah, there we go. Our Juggernaut is finally done. Cool. So with our Juggernaut being done, that is great. We can send the Juggernaut for some random stuff. 31.5k isn't all that great, but we can use it as a shipyard as well, which is always absolutely phenomenal.
Blocker liquidated.
I'd like to get more alloy production going. Without pop growth, that's kind of complicated. We should not be... Oh, this tech world needs a job. Alloy growth is the way to go here. We could upgrade our business management nexus, which would give us a decent amount of additional unity, but I don't think that's super necessary. I think we go for the alloy mega forges there. Anything else? Yes, this mining world. Okay, fair enough. We could definitely build a mining district here. That's fine. I'm not going to build more than that at this moment. This trade station, I'd like to expand it. Upgrading the habitat, we would need to build all of the district slots. So I think we put in an industrial district here. We would change this over to being a foundry station. We put in an industrial district. And that will produce both consumer goods and alloys, which is slightly unfortunate. No, only metallurgist jobs. Right, Foundry Station removes the artificer jobs, presumably. Yes. It'll shift one job over, which is correct. Okay, so we've got this mining world here. This doesn't really need jobs, but we can certainly upgrade our alloy megaforge here. It will need jobs once those demotions happen. This one, on the other hand, does not. It does not need jobs at all. Same with this, although this world could theoretically be expanded. We could upgrade this habitat. And we'll get that going. This unification station is in basically the same boat. We can upgrade that habitat as well. We've got this forge world here. That's a lot of available jobs. So we just need demotions here. Nothing too major. Same here. This foundry station could be expanded. So we'll upgrade that habitat. Otherwise, this all looks fine. We did just finish terraforming Epsilon Cygni, which means that we can colonize that, and we should. That's a lot of available districts there. Beautiful. So we will send out a Maloqui to go colonize that. Looks great. This will be a fantastic alloy world. I think that'll be good. So we'll get that going, at least once we get it populated, which will be the hard part. Our Empire capital here has an available pop, and we should move this out to somewhere where we have a lot of open jobs, right? I would like to move this... Oh, this is so awkward to grab. I'd like to move this to somewhere like this forge world. There we go. We'll just move a job out over there. That looks good. What do we have going on our capital here? I feel like we can back off on these generator districts, and we can instead put in industrial districts here. We can switch this over to being like a forge capital. Yes. Metallurgist output plus 15% is pretty good. So then we would swap over these mining districts over to industrial districts as well. And these are only giving metallurgist jobs. Okay, I wanted to double check that. Then we would also move this, in theory. We do have this food processing center here. We have 19 available housing. We can back 2 of these city districts into being industrial districts, like that. Okay. The Hall of Judgment probably is unnecessary at this point, and we can move this into being a stronghold to continue to boost up our naval cap. Okay. Then we want to slowly move these ag districts over. The food processing center can become an additional stronghold. And we'll move these into additional industrial districts. Like that. That's going to take a while to work our way through that. But that seems relatively okay. So with that underway, that's all fine. We're probably going to run into a bit of an issue with our food, but I'm not too concerned about that. This is a tech world here. And indeed it is a tech world. We can probably ditch our halls of judgment here, but I think for now we'll get an advanced research complex going. On this forge world, we absolutely upgrade our alloy megaforges. Not that we can actually fill that job. That is a specialist job, and this is a worker. Okay. Well, we'll get that going regardless. That is fine. On Galliburi, we could actually... Soldier jobs are considered worker jobs. So we could actually upgrade our fortresses here. I like that plan. So we'll get that going. No problem whatsoever there. And then I would like to reinforce a good chunk of these fleets here. The price on alloys is a little bit high right now. Okay, let's hit that reinforce fleet button. And let's get a good chunk of these going. Beautiful.
Research actualized.
We are preparing to fight the Galactic Information Entente again. Defensively, I'm 95% certain that they are going to declare on us. Basically as soon as they can. So we definitely need to bring our fleet cap up. That'll also increase our power projection, which will increase our influence, which will be nice. Are we done over here with this gateway site? Not yet. Okay, and how are we doing over here? Looks like we finished up on our Mega Art installation site. So I wouldn't mind upgrading that, but that is pretty expensive. Let's head down to Zothmok for the moment. Actually, let's head over to Zorf. And we're going to need to construct an interstellar assembly site over here. And then there's also quantum catapults, which are exciting. But we're going to go for the interstellar assembly site soon. The price is okay, actually. Let's buy in alloys. So this way we bought half of the alloys for our interstellar assembly site, and that'll be good. Cool. So that's all looking reasonably fine. We need a lot more alloys to get our fleets remaxed. And we're going to need alloys as well on this gateway site. We're going to need a few on Riak. Quite a few, actually. So that's going to take a bit of time. 1459 is what we're making right now, though, so we're definitely starting to see some gains there. We need to make some progress here, though. No doubt about that. These guys are almost certainly going to declare war on us, like, right away. And I think as far as our plans go for that, we're going to look, and we can't make these claims unless we're in a defensive war, right? At this moment. So I think that we'll make our way into the hegemony up this direction and look at consolidating this area and leaving these guys be down here for the time being. I'm reasonably content with what we have going on down this way. This is all reasonably fine over here. I want to get these guys removed and get linked up over this direction with the rest of our Federation so that we are forming basically a united front down here. That would be the idea.
Research actualized.
And yeah, the hierarchy definitely sends us an insult. No shockers there. We can grab a tradition here. Unyielding would be great. Starbases and defense platforms having their hull points and damage increased by 33% would be really, really good. So we'll grab that for now. Cool. We're about 10 years away from our next one, unless we bump up our Unity generation, which we would very much like to do. That would be absolutely great to do. This generator world here needs a job. It's only kind of a generator world. I guess. It's got this singularity. It's got these generator districts. I'd like to replace these, though, with industrial districts. And we would get that construction done first rather than transferring. So it would be something like this, and then we would swap that over into being a Forge World. So that would be fine. And beyond that, we've got 2 auto forges. We've got a dimensional fabricator here. I think that we ditch a Sky Dome and we replace that with a Ministry of Production. We can build auto forges now? No, we require a schematic from Arcane Deciphering. I need to figure out how that mechanic works. We go to Ministry of Production and we replace this with an alloy foundry. So something like that. Celestial Throne is going to become a Forge World. That's looking good. Low stability on Sharrowmouth again. We could certainly declare martial law here. I'm not sure how necessary that is, though. We've got all of these armies here, so I think that's reasonably fine.
Upscaling complete.
It should be okay, in theory. Our gateway up in Riak is now ready to be upgraded. Hello, what is this? The Tebadoran Corporation wants to declare against the Multistellar. They want to seize assets. It only requires a majority vote. We might not be able to veto this if we wanted to. Out of curiosity. Our allies have 2 claims that we're trying to conquer from the enemy and their allies. Okay, we would need to change... If we wanted to take anything here, we would need to change our stance here, which we cannot do for a few more years. We changed over to get the Tepedoran Corporation into the Federation. We'll change back, but we can't do it yet. We vote yes on this, and I'm 95% certain that we're not going to be able to actually get anything out of this. We might not actually participate. But we do want to get these guys into the Federation one way or another. There's a fallen empire down over here. Okay. So, I mean, this war's going to break out. And there it is. So the Tepedoran Corporation declared war. Wow, they look really weak. Oh, they have additional fleets up over here. They still look pretty weak. I mean, so are we. But they look pretty weak, realistically. Our Federation should have that reasonably under control. I would rather not put alloys into this war. The Tepedoran Corporation should be able to handle this basically on their own.
Colonial enterprise upsizing.
There is a hyper relay there. I'm checking to see if they have any L gates. They do, over here, in the Screeching Abyss. Also in the Navogi Black Hole. Okay. They may attack terminal egress. We'll see. For the time being, this is fine. We're going to continue to put alloys into our fleets. We knew that we were going to continue to work on this. That was always the plan. On this unification center, we have an available job. It's not much of a unification center right now, but we could certainly put in an admin office. That seems reasonably fine. And this mining world needs a job. We would definitely put in an alloy nano plant there. So that seems reasonably good as well. We're currently up to about 1,500 alloys per month, and we have a lot of work being done behind the scenes to work towards getting additional alloy production. So that's looking great. We're up to 1649 naval cap. That will continue to increase. And we'll continue to work on that. We definitely want additional fortresses coming in. Our gateway site up over here is now officially ready. So we're going to construct our gateway here. That's 2,500 alloys. And this construction ship from here could come over to, say, Nightbirth and start building a habitat. Or not a habitat, an orbital ring here. Okay. So the orbital ring is going to be used to continue to specialize our planets, right? We haven't built many of these yet. Ah, they've already attacked over in Viscaran's Maw. They're kind of spread out all over, aren't they? Interesting. Well, like I said, we're not planning on really doing too much here. They've already attacked terminal egress, so it seems like they're trying to make us bear the brunt of this. We just don't care. We just don't care right now.
Starbase under assault.
So this is fine. Or do we care? They've only got 200k here right now. How much else can they get in? Quite a bit. They're in Screeching Abyss right now. These guys are heading... Yeah, there's all of these guys sitting here. I don't really want to fight that. Oh, there's a third fleet here. Okay, that's 300k. Yeah, I don't want to fight that. We could, but it would be costly. I think we'll avoid fighting this for now. We're going to allow our Federation to respond to some of this. And we'll start taking some of this back, for sure.
We have lost a starbase.
We're just not going to fight them on their terms. Everybody always wants to hit terminal egress first, and that's fine. It is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we're going to fight this battle, or rather this war, and we'll see when the Galactic Information Entente decides to fight us again. That'll be very interesting. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, James, Shadow Wolf, MLohan80, Rogue Corbin, Kentogan, Andy Magar, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12 UK, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.